In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to output string data, which is words, characters, things like that, and which have no numeric value. And I'm also going to show you how to output integers, which are whole numbers. And we can also output the result of two integers being added or multiplied together, which is quite a cool feature of Python and most programming languages. So to output, we use the built-in function print. So we type it in here. Never really worry about that. Main.py will always be the name of the file you use. We're going to output print, and we're going to use this built-in function, which is the word print followed by some brackets. And inside of that, we're going to put some speech marks, which is what we use to tell Python that the data is going to be string data, which is just characters. There's no real value to them in terms of maths. And what we're going to write is hello world. And if you click the run button, that message should appear on the right in what we call the terminal. There we go. If I put another line underneath it and I write hello Exeter, just get hello world and hello Exeter. Do you notice there's a space there in the code, but there's no space appearing there? So that's an important thing to remember. Also, if I put hashtag above here, this is a comment, so it's something that Python doesn't actually carry out, but it's a comment for the coder to know what the line below or the line above, whichever way you want to use it, what that line of code actually does. So I'm going to write the line below outputs a message. Okay, and I can put the same sort of thing in there again. There we go. So these line numbers actually don't really mean anything to Python. It's more for you as a programmer. If you wanted to tell somebody how to correct their code, maybe, for example, if they had lots of lines of code, tell them which exact line of code has a problem. Sometimes in debugging, when you get an error message, because you will get error messages when you learn to code, it'll tell you which line the problem's on. So it's a really important way of keeping track of your code. So there you go, we've output string data. Okay, we can also join strings of text together. So if I put a comma after Exeter and I put some more speech marks in, how are you? And I put a comma and more speech marks, it's spaced all that out, hasn't it? All right, do you notice it's put spaces in as well? So after a comma, if there's any string data there, it'll automatically put spaces in. Now, that's not too exciting, is it? Because obviously you could just write that all between two speech marks, but it's to show you you can actually join different bits and pieces together. If I copy these two lines of code here, and instead of using the commas, I'm going to use pluses. They also join bits together. However, there'll be no spaces. So pluses will actually just join whatever's adjacent in the different bits of speech marks or whatever it is you use together. The commas will separate each bit out. So there are two ways you can output information. Okay, so that's how to output string data.